On this video, we're going to be going over the Lionsgate portal 888. What exactly is it? How do we utilize it to increase our manifestations at the speed and the ease at which they come in? What's up, guys? My name is Nico Rapklis, and this video on the 888 Lionsgate portal is going to be quite a bit different than any other video you've seen online, because we take a specific approach to this channel of helping people become magnetic manifestors, and I'll explain what that is here in a second. But our mission on this YouTube channel is to help over 20,000 people become magnetic manifestors so that they can pull in their manifestations easier and quicker. That's all backed by decades of neuroscience and energetics. So if you're down with that mission, you want to be a part of it, you want to be one of those manifestors, make sure and subscribe, and then I'll also talk about our community that we have as well here in a second. But again, like I said, this is going to be quite a bit different than any other Lionsgate portal 888 video you've seen online, because we really take the woo and the do approach. A lot of times people can get lost in the extremes of the woo-woo side, or they can get lost in the side of just hustle, go, grind. And we always are going to continue to balance this. So that's exactly what I want to talk about here on this video. So let's dive into this video and explain what exactly is 888 Lionsgate portal, and again, how do we utilize it the best to pull in our manifestations so that we can truly live that life that we desire. Okay, so first of all, what the heck is 888 Lionsgate portal? Well, first off, I want to tell you right away that I'm not a big person on astrology. It's just never been my thing, and I'll explain why here in a second. But again, understand that I'm coming from that approach, and I'll also explain why this is important, why I'm explaining it like this. But for the people that are not familiar with Lionsgate portal 888, I am informed about it, and I want to share with you what my perception of it is, and then again, how do we utilize it the best to pull in our manifestation. So ultimately, what Lionsgate portal, it's just an entry utilizing the universe, and that's when the masculine and the feminine energies come together and they align up. And they basically say that it's from the tail end of July to the beginning of August, about the 12th. I think it's the 27th to the 12th, okay? And that's the range when that is opening. But the 888 here on August 8th is when it's peaking, okay? That's when it's the most potent, right? So that's just the general gist. And I was also even questioning, why is it 888? It's August 8th, okay? August 8th month, 8th day, and then 8 is the 24 is basically it's a year of the 8, so it's like 8 times 3 is 24. So I don't know if that makes complete sense in my opinion, but that's kind of the rationale behind all of it. So again, I'm not totally sold on all this stuff, because I think you can always just draw coincidences, and that's why I'm not always been in astrology, but I know there is a lot of truth to it. So let's look at this from just a broader perspective, and just getting so attached to the numbers and the names and all that kind of stuff. Let's look at it from an energetic standpoint, right? Think about this. There's the masculine and the feminine energy. And if you're not familiar with this whole concept, it's really powerful, and it's really insightful, and it's really understanding. I've learned a lot about this type of stuff just from how I interact with men and women, and how people have more dominant masculine energy or feminine energy. And in fact, something that's taught me a lot about this stuff is country swing dancing, and just dancing in general, because there's an ebb and there's a flow. And when there's a proper balance between the masculine and the feminine, and the masculine is strong, therefore it makes the feminine trusting of the masculine, it just adheres, and it works a lot better, right? And then I want you to think about this. Think about how life is created. How is life created? It takes a good balance of the masculine and the feminine energy. That's how a baby is created. And then because of the fact that the masculine and the feminine energy come together, a baby is created. It has to have a certain level of masculine and feminine. If there's no polarity, then a baby cannot be conceived and brought into this world. It's the same exact thing here. So the energies are coming together. And one other thing that I'll also share about this is I live very close to Sedona, Arizona, and I go up there usually about once a month. It's one of my favorite spots, and they always talk about how it's an energy vortex. Now, I'm not going to go into the depths of exactly what it is, but one time I was up there and I was in the midst of one of these like energy vortexes, and you could see this tree that was actually all twisted up. And it's interesting because I looked at that and I'm like, wow, that's a perfect mismatch, or that's a perfect combination of these masculine and feminine energies coming together. So I tell you all of this stuff because Lionsgate, whether you want to believe exactly like this is the perfect time when all the energies are aligned and your energy is going to clear out and you're going to get so many intuitive downloads, I don't necessarily know if I really agree with that wholeheartedly. I think at the end of the day, just like I talk about on the 7 spiritual laws of success, and if you did not catch that, I strongly recommend you do. It's a book that's just been one of the most profound spiritual books of my life, and it talks about the law of least effort. Now think about this too, is like we're silly little humans on a spinning rock. Like how much control do we really have, right? And we're trying to like hustle things and just force things. Like what if we just take the approach of we're just going to go with the flow and utilize the universal energy and the energy that God has placed upon us, right? I think that's the same case for here. Now, whether this is the most powerful time in ever, the 888 is never going to happen again until the next one happens where there's a coincidence in numbers. It's all just really the story you tell yourself at the end of the day. But here's the thing, right? The universe is a lot bigger than us. So why don't we utilize the times when the universe has a little bit more probability to help us with our energetics that can help us really set some strong intentions. And anytime we can get a little bit of a boost, it's a powerful time, right? Now think about this. Another just equal perspective is that think about like New Year's resolutions. Like, is there some energetic alignment because it's the new year? Maybe. Right? But at the same time, it's just another great opportunity to set some strong intentions and start holding yourself accountable and taking some aligned action. Just as the process that we always talk about on this channel is that manifestation is simply setting the intentions, setting the thoughts, emotionalize those thoughts and nurture those thoughts, and then take aligned action, right? And again, whether you believe in 888 Lionsgate portal is the most perfect energetic time, it may be. Maybe, like who really knows? Like who really knows? All that really matters is how you feel. For me personally, I woke up today and I felt great. I went out on the balcony and I watched the sunrise. I got a good prayer in. I got some good meditation in. I listened to my Vision Espresso, which is something I'll share with you here in a second. But I feel good. I started creating some content and I'm taking action, right? And whether that's because of the fact that there's this universal energy that's flowing through me, or it's that I got a good night's sleep, right? Or I'm just like, I'm in a good flow right now. Whatever it is, whatever you want to choose to believe, it's whatever you do believe in. It's whatever the story that you tell yourself, because whatever you tell yourself consistently is going to output into your life. So this is a great opportunity, whether it's what you believe that this is the best day ever, or it's you're energetically aligned, you're cleared out, like a lot of these spiritual people are talking about, or you can just use it as another day to really get clear and set some strong intentions, right? Because again, we always talk about the woo and the do, and this Lionsgate AAA portal is very, very woo, right? And that's why I don't love going to the extremes of the woo, and I don't love going to the extremes of the do. I like finding a constant balance and a constant dance between the masculine and the feminine energy. And when you're flowing like that, instead of getting so strung out and saying, oh, this is the greatest day ever, and then there's another day that's just the worst day ever, right? So it's just balancing and finding that good flow that you can stay in, right? So this is a great opportunity, just as another opportunity of a New Year's resolution, to set some strong intentions. Is it the most important day to set strong intentions? No. But it's another great day to set intentions, and the more consistent you are doing this, instead of relying on one single day, is going to help you massively. So that is my approach, and what I would strongly recommend here is, I think that one of the best things that you can do, we talk about this all the time inside of our school community in our lives, is that getting so clear on not just what you want. Because again, like I talk about this stuff all the time in manifestations. Manifestation is things that are not outside of you. They're already inside of you. And the more that you truly understand that, that's when everything comes in and you don't even care that much, right? But it's about really getting clear on the person that you want to become, rather than all these things outside of yourself. How can I become this person that actually attracts in and creates all these things so that they effortlessly just that's what happens to that type of person. I was even having a conversation with a team member last night, and he has these big aspirations and goals, and I asked him, who is the person that you need to become in order to go out and create all that stuff? Because currently, as you stand, you're not creating that stuff. So who do you need to become in order to go out and create that and become this global rock star, right? And that's always the question. What does that look like? What does that taste like? What does that smell like? How does that person handle adversity? How does that person handle challenges? How does that person, what do they do when they don't know something? And the more that you can get incredibly clear on who is that person and how do they operate? How do they approach the world? What are their constant thoughts? What is their morning routine like? How do they treat people? How do they feel about money? What's their scale of abundance? What's their dominant vibration? Right? This is stuff we always talk about. Again, this is a great opportunity to realign. And a lot of our clients, we always recommend that this is a great time. Any of these like specific days that like have a lot of energy flowing through them, it's a great day to redo your Vision Espresso or get a Vision Espresso if you have not already. And that's something that we offer inside of our Skool Community, which is a custom audio based on your vision and all the things that you truly desire. And then it's a custom audio from your future self telling you all that stuff has already happened. And then there's a lot of emotional music in there, and it just really gets you in a really great energy. It's almost like a 888 Lionsgate portal in a 5-minute audio that continues to raise your vibration. And again, we offer that inside of our Skool Community. So if you'd like to learn more about that, make sure and join our Skool Community, and then make sure and show up to our live classes. So we always have those on Thursdays right now, where you have access to me and all the other amazing people. We have hundreds of people in there. It's a free group right now. We're gonna have it be a paid community soon, but as it stands right now, it's a free community. So all this to be said is that the point being is that I think if anything, let's look at the Lionsgate portal as an opportunity to just get more intentional. And anytime that something that can remind you of getting more intentional is going to be so beneficial to you, because the more intentional you are with your life, the more that your life actually comes out the exact way that you drew it out. Maybe it doesn't come out exactly with this, like we always talk about this metaphor too, is like you get the gift that you're asking for, but a lot of times it has different packaging. And the more that you can release and let go to the packaging, knowing that the gifts are going to come exactly the way you intended them to, that's when you just have so much more peace and fulfillment around you, right? And life just becomes easier. So again, this is a great opportunity to just get intentional about who you want to become. What did they go out there and create? And because of all that, it's just another day that can really help you. And if the energies are really, shooting through, and the masculine, the feminine is really clearing you out and helping you get energetically aligned, all the better, right? It just gives you another advantage. So again, if you're not experiencing the life that you truly desire, this is the thing that most people are missing out, is that it's not like, what do I want? It's who do I need to become? And then if you don't know, go figure it out. Like, figure out people that have what you want. How do they operate? How do they approach life? And again, we have all these type of people inside of our Skool Community. It's one of the coolest communities ever. And so we also have our live podcast coming up here on Saturday as well. So if you guys are not signed up for that yet, make sure and go to justgrowpodcast.com. But if you guys do want to get jumped into our Skool Community, there will be a link down below. As mentioned, I strongly recommend, if this stuff was maybe going a little over the head, or you want to dive a little bit deeper, I'd strongly recommend that you go listen to my review of the 7 spiritual laws of success on this YouTube channel. It breaks down each law, all 7 laws in distinct detail, that will help you understand this stuff and actually help this Lionsgate portal be that much more effective, because you take that approach to your day-to-day life as opposed to just thinking it's this one day that's going to help you. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure and watch this video if you want to learn more about how you truly can be a magnetic manifestor and be one of these 20,000 people that we're helping on this 90-day kick, 90 videos in 90 days. Make sure and check that out. Make sure and join the Skool Community. Make sure and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. Hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.